Pulse chain.
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 This is Rotten Tomatoes, quite a popular film review website. I don't really use it myself, but I've heard about this on occasion. And if you go over to the front page here and you filter for theatres 2023 audience score, you'll see the HEX Richard Hart movie, The Highest of Stakes, is here in 5th position. Number 5, is this for the whole year, I presume? Not done by months. It looks like it's for the whole year. In 5th position there. So if we drill down, this is the drill down page, and I'm not sure how this exactly works. I think there's 2 ratings here. This is the audience ratings, and so there's over 100 ratings already, and this, I think, is the critics ratings. So these are official people from this site. Something like that. I'm not exactly sure if we go into that. So you can see these guys are critics, then you have the audience there, and you have top critics. So they've both given good reviews here. Ultimately, The Highest of Stakes is a profile of the most charismatic man in the world. So that's Alan. So these are official people linked to the site. So if you come out here, you'll see that's the 99% there for the audience ratings. So why has it got such a high rating? I'm guessing these are all the HEXiKans coming in here. Black HEXiKan, is it there? Someone we recognise? Let's see if we recognise any of the names. So I think there's a lot of good reviews here, which is pushing us up the ranks. Best documentary film of crypto ever made. Any more? HEXiKan S. There you go. Matthew M. Crypto B. I can honestly say after watching The Highest of Stakes, I like Richard Hart even more. Great overall story showing different sides of the crypto world. So there you go. HEX on the front page of Rotten Tomatoes in 5th position. So that's pretty good exposure. So what else is going on? So we know after the SEC incident, Richard Hart didn't tweet for a while. I think a couple of days maybe, was it? Or did he go straight into tweeting? So what he did was, this was the first tweet he came back on, so I don't think he waited at all. He just tweeted the following day. But what he did was he switched off comments now, because people are going to be attacking him about the SEC lawsuit, so he's switched that off. But he's still posting here, as you can see. So he's just posting technical stuff. This is about the Pulse Chain Bridge and Wallet Connect there. So technical post there. He's doing retweets about self-custody. This is something that he talks about in April, the right to transact. So he's still tweeting, but as you can see, he's switched off comments there, which is good to see that he's still tweeting. Blockchain style library. Blocks are people's writings, math, art, and speech. Blockchain software is the publishing software you use to publish the speech you've created to the public. So he's still going along with some good posts here. This one's good. Let's take a look at that one. I grew up poor. I lived in a warehouse. I worked hard and eventually raised 27 million for charity. Wrote self-help books, free self-help videos called the Bitcoin Top at 65k years ago. The last time I was at my mum's house, I installed a B-Day for her. I did everything I could to help people not get scammed giving their money to companies that promise you opportunity but deliver you bankruptcy. Celsius, BlockFi, FTX and more. Don't drink, don't gamble, don't trade. Consider raising money for charity, and definitely install a B-Day for your mum. There's a video on how to do it here. I'm doing the best that I can to make the world a better place, and I want you on my team. Be the change you wish to see in the world. So there you go. Excellent post from Richard. We're with you, my man. We're backing you up all the way. So there he is. He's still posting all the way up to today, 14 hours ago. So he's still around. What else is going on? We had a spike in the gas fees for Ethereum here, and Wolverine's reporting $2,663 for one transaction. And there it is. There's the screenshot. 225 ETH. Is that 225? Max fee. That's the max fee. That is ridiculous. $2,600 for one transaction. And he says here, I can do the same transaction on Pulse Chain for almost nothing. What else have we got here? This following Uniswap taking HEX off their front page. It looks like MetaMask have done the same. So token added manually, verify this token. So if you use this swap function, I've never used this at all. I'm never going to use it. Obviously they know something we don't. Of course they do. So they're having a bit of a banter there. RIP HEX. Why on earth would anyone use the MetaMask swap? There you go. That's my sentiments exactly echoed by Toby1. I would never use that. So they're doing the same as Uniswap there. They're trying to block HEX off the swap. This is your friend Somi here. And he's talking about the SEC case is trash. He said that to bring a case in your country region, you'd need to show the link between the place and the defendant. The SEC are saying that the case needs to be heard in New York because HEX is on Uniswap and the developers of Uniswap are registered in New York. So they're implying that maybe one guy in New York that invested in HEX or PLS. So these are extracts from the document. Now, I was going to go through the document in the video, but it is a long document, so I'm not sure that people would want to see the whole thing. If you do want to see the whole thing, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll go through it. It's something like 27 pages long, and it's the official case brought by the SEC against Richard Hart. So you can see that that's point 18 there. It goes on and on, so we can go through that. If anyone's interested, let me know. And the final thing I just want to look at is this was a post by Richard saying the next things you might see are auto router across V1 and V2 on app.pulsex.com and PulseX on the front of hex.com. And if we go over to that, you can see that it's now been installed. So before you had the Uniswap front end here for Ethereum, now you have the Pulse Chain PulseX front end on HEX. So that's been updated. And those are the updates for this video.